So now listen.
Define the ripoff.
Are you listening to me?
Yes.
Because it's
but
capitalism.
You need to specify what you're saying, so we can respond to it.
You talking over me? Let me respond to what I'm saying. I'm telling you that the whole aspect of it is a fucking ripoff. Because once again, the paper don't mean shit if I got the same education. It's just, all right, I paid all this money. I paid all this money in order for you to tell me that I'm a doctor, right?
No.
Are you listening to me?
No, that's not what you're paying for.
So now,
okay, let
paying
him
for
the
education. The education, as you said.
No, don't interrupt me.
The paper is part of what you interrupted.
Don't do that.
The paper is part of the education that you claim to be getting. So now, here it is. I'm getting education. At the end of it, you give me a piece of paper that's telling me that I'm a doctor because I paid for the fact to get the information. But the point I'm making to you once again is, if I learn all the same shit, just like a person learns how to do all kinds of shit.
Don't interrupt me.
People learn how to do all kinds of shit in life. Just like nowadays, you can go on YouTube and learn how to do any fucking thing. You can be a carpenter, you can be a roofer, you can do all kind of shit now online because you can learn it. The whole thing now is, like I said, the point I'm making to you about college being a ripoff is this is about getting money out of you. At the end of the day, a person who got a degree in carpentry probably can't do half the shit as this nigga that's a crackhead that know how to build a house from the fucking ground up, don't know how to do none of this shit really the same way. But yet, we got doctors who can't do half the shit that some other motherfucker that learned that somewhere else who got it for free, who didn't pay for it. The point I'm making, so all I'm talking about is the fact that the paper don't really mean shit if you got the education to do it, because in other countries, like we just said, other countries you don't have to pay for college. So you don't have to pay for college. Again, the paper is the whole aspect of the capitalism of it. That's all it is. It's a capitalistic situation. I paid for this, so I paid for my education. That doesn't mean shit though. Just because you paid for it, you paid for it. I know motherfuckers from barber school that paid for barber school, and I watched the motherfuckers at the board cut motherfuckers' face up, their whole face, like the fucking faces got a fucking menses, like their faces had got a fucking period. But they paid for this shit. All right, cool. You paid. I'm a barber, but your motherfucker face leaking every fucking way. But you're a barber. So at the end of the day, the paper was the capitalism of what I'm talking about, of the ripoff. That's what I'm saying. It's a fucking ripoff because of the fact that they make you pay for some shit, right? That here it is. In most other places, we say it's free. And before university even started off, where you had to pay for the stuff. It turns to the capitalistic thing. If you get a person the education of it, they can learn how to do it, and they know how to do it. Like I said, there's people out here that call themselves barbers, never went to barber school. Does that mean he's not a barber now? Does that mean he's not a barber because he didn't go to barber school?
We're letting you say your point. So now, wait. Yeah. When you finish, do not interrupt us, or her, or me. I would like to. May I respond to it? Okay. Are you sure? Are you sure you're done? I want you to make sure that you actually said everything that you had to say. I'm gonna let you get your turn. Go ahead.
Say what you're gonna say.
Okay, bro. The paper is only as baby said, a signifier, right? It is proof. It is, hey, I did it. I learned the stuff. This is the proof that I learned the stuff. Because anybody can say, I'm a barber, I'm a lawyer, I'm a this, I'm a that. Hey, I learned it. This is proof that I learned it. That's all the paper is, right?
Same thing I said.
Wait.
Right?
Oh my God! No! You said what is the paper for? It's pointless.
You compared education to skill. Just because you have an education in something does not mean that you're good at it.
Thank you, baby.
But you still got the education.
Didn't I just say that shit just now?
A
person who went to barber school.
I literally that's what I'm talking about. You didn't let me finish.
You gotta let him finish the point.
I literally said that. I said I just literally said what you're doing. I know what you said because I'm repeating what you said. You're trying to compare education versus skill. You can just shut up.
I'm standing in the shop.
That applies to every arena. You can get an education to be a teacher. Does that make you a good teacher? No, but you have gotten an education that validates you to be in that position. There are some positions that need education. Barber is not one of them. So sorry. You can be a self-taught barber. You can be a self-taught barber. You can be a self-taught painter. Anything you do with your hands, all of the dumbass examples you gave, you can do that with your hands. They are a skill to be acquired. That is not something you have to study, learn, be tested on. You can have experience and be a good one. You don't. It does not require education to be a fucking surgeon. That is not something you can just practice at. You need to learn biology, chemistry, all of the things, mathematics, all of the things. And then have a whole residency to make sure you can do it. At the end of the day, all of this shit that I'm talking about, it costs money. Just because somebody's offering it for free, doesn't mean it ain't cost nothing. Like I said, public school is free. Someone's paying for it. There's a whole Department of Education that Trump just dismantled that helps to pay for school because you have to pay teachers, you have to pay for facilities, you have to pay for buses, you have to pay for shit. But because our country has worked it into a right, we don't have to pay for public school. But guess what? If you want to get advanced education, give me that. You gotta pay for that. It's very, very fucking simple.
You done that?
Yes.
Good. Now, again, like I just said,
everything he about to say is
once again, like I said, and here it is. She told me that you don't have to do anything to be a barber.
That's not what I said. I
You
said
gotta-
it's
you gotta
self-taught.
record it.
I said
Yes.
Time out.
I
You
said
gotta
to be
record.
a self-taught skill. You
And once
have
again,
to do
so
something.
now,
You don't need
You
education.
can, and once again,
you
you can
don't.
self-teach, just like I said,
Yes.
with what? I said to you, if you go into the college classroom, granted, you go in the college classroom that you're not
That's
part
not
of,
self-taught.
you're not part.
That's
you're
not self-taught. Somebody's
it is.
teaching you.
So once again, and here it is.
A teacher, a
And it-
professor, somebody who adds an education
now-
is teaching you.
So once again, saying self-taught, even with a person who claims to be self-taught as a barber, I'm gonna tell you this: self-taught barbers, you know what they do? They go to other barbers to learn.
Cool.
They
You
go
don't
time out.
have to. You don't have to.
You're not
you
gonna
can
learn.
practice
You're
with
gonna
hands
keep
until you're
going.
perfect.
And here it
You
is.
can practice with a paint
and
on a wall until you're perfect.
And
you
you
don't
can,
have
and
to
you can
learn
keep,
from nobody.
and that's why they call it what? Medical what? Practice.
Once you
Because
go to
what they
somebody
doing,
else, it's no longer self-taught.
what do they?
Once you seek
What do
education,
they
it's
call?
not self-taught.
What do they?
It's called a medical practice.
It's called medical practice,
It's
correct?
not the same thing.
It's medical practice. It's all called medical practice.
No,
So
it's not
now,
the
because
same,
what?
bro.
They
Regardless
practice
of-
medicine. What?
Once again, they're practice. What is the key word?
There are other
What?
definitions to practice.
Time out.
Oh my
Practice
God.
is what?
Practice does not have one definition. Are you okay?
We can try to flip the words around all day long.
There are multiple definitions to the word practice.
Once again,
You're straight up wrong.
medical practice
there are
means
different
doing
definitions.
something. So now, you still practicing.
No, that's not
So
your
now-
definition.
So now,
Same word. Even
Everything-
though
That's
the
a
word-
synonym.
Yes.
So
There's
once
a
again,
practice like, yo, I practice.
here it is. I practice barbering.
Sure.
There are two different definitions of
That's
practice.
not the same thing like basketball practice. It's not the same thing.
Mhm.
It's two different definitions. The
Okay.
same word.
Okay.
Unfortunately, this is American English. This is how
Okay.
it works. You're
Okay.
talking to the expert. You know this.
Oh,
when
shit.
it comes down to American English.
Okay, go ahead.
There are three definitions of practice.
What?
Three.
So now, notice my
So
man.
now,
There
so
are
now,
three.
Mo,
Don't
here's
do
the
it.
thing,
There
Mo.
are
Tell me
three.
you're wrong,
Mo,
bro.
here's the thing.
There
Mo.
are
You
three.
connect
Once
words
again,
that
Mo, once
There
again,
are three definitions.
Here it is.
You're using the wrong one because you're miseducated.
once
You
again,
don't know what you're talking about.
here it is. I don't care how many times you sit here and try to play this shit around.
Oh my God.
And like I said to you, at the end of the day, college is capitalism. Because I can teach you
It
whatever.
is capitalism. You benefit from capitalism every day. You charge your
So
rates
now-
at a barbershop every day,
Yeah.
and because of
Here it
capitalism,
is.
that's allowed. What
And
are you
the-
talking about?
And the point I'm making,
That's
since
capitalism.
you're just walking in, is that the paper was only the fact that I paid to say something. If somebody has the same exact education and know the same exact things, 100%, just like you. The only thing that they're trying to make determine that this person is a doctor and I'm not is because of the piece of paper. But if I know the same exact thing, because I sat in the same courses, did all the same things, but I just didn't get a piece of paper at the
You
end
got
of
the
the day.
education.
So then,
You
Butch,
got the education that costs money.
again, Butch, did you
You
hear what I
just
said?
fucking snuck and
Butch,
got it.
Butch.
You stole it.
Here it
You
is.
still got it.
You
I
stole the
still got
education.
That's what
Butch,
she said.
here it is.
You're stealing
I don't
something.
care how you. The point I'm making to you is she's thinking about stealing.
You,
Fuck stealing.
and the
The point
reason
I'm
you didn't
making
get
to
a
you.
paper because you stole it. You stole it. So you didn't go
Once
and get a
again-
piece of paper.
Once again,
You get a paper when you actually
the
get it the right
paper-
way.
the paper.
It's
the
proof that you
paper-
paid and didn't steal
The
shit.
paper is part of the capitalism
It said you ain't
of
steal
the
this.
bullshit of college.
No.
Because here it is.
It's not bullshit if you sat in the
It
fucking
is.
class.
And so did I.
That's
So
what
because
they do. I'm
because I
talking
didn't
about
pay
this
for it,
bullshit.
and I know the
Why
same
are you
thing.
in the class?
Am I not a doctor, Butch?
If it's bullshit,
Would I
why
not
are
be
you
a
in
fucking
class?
doctor, Butch? Tell me what I would be a fucking doctor. I just ain't get a paper.
Because you're a thief. You ain't get a paper because you're a thief. Because you're a thief. And you wanted that
But
education,
here
which
it
is
is.
why you stole it. Because you knew it was going to
But
advance
Butch,
you.
would I not be a doctor though? If I did every fucking thing I did,
You will be a.
You're a
You
thief.
will be a.
I would be
You're
a
a
doctor.
thief. A
That's
thief.
Let's do something. They don't want. They
A
don't want.
doctor and a thief.
But you still do the same shit, I guess.
You're a thief.
Same shit.
Listen, all right, here it is. Butch, look at you some Butch, right? Here it is.
But your ass sat in that classroom because you knew it was going to advance
The
you.
mechanic.
Because the education means
that
something.
gets yourself some other car who never went to school.
Matt, this is the next
You're
episode.
full of
This is the
shit,
next
and you can't admit
episode
when
of
you
the
say
pod.
bullshit.
Hey, listen.
Whole pod.
Hey, Butch, you know what I'm talking about? That crackhead that don't got his carpenter degree and ain't go to school that built a house in Grand Rapids.
Self-taught. That's self-taught. Nobody taught that nigga how to do
Did
shit.
you hear what she just said? Everybody who do that, they learn from somebody.
Then it's not self-taught.
You're right, it's not self-taught.
Somebody else who taught you that got the education from somebody else who got the education.
And they taught them. You just said.
Because somebody paid for the education at one point.
Hold on, maybe they didn't though. Here it is.
At
Just
some
because
point,
motherfuckers are
you pay.
just because of
When you have an apprenticeship.
just because a person is an expert doesn't mean that they went to school.
Yes, but they learn from somebody who has experience or
How can
education.
you say that? You can't prove that.
Or both.
You can't prove that.
How can you teach somebody without
Because
experience?
Experience doesn't. You're making
You
experience.
can't
You're trying to make
teach.
experience into a piece
You
of paper.
can't teach without knowledge or experience. You can't teach.
So what's here it is? But here it is. That
It's
doesn't
like
mean-
no shit.
That's like
you
her
learn.
trying to teach me how to cut hair.
But that
She can't
doesn't.
teach me how to cut
The
hair,
point I'm
right?
making is that
You
doesn't.
can.
Are you listening to me? That does not mean that you had to go to school.
No, but
Thank you.
somebody has.
So the point. No, that doesn't mean somebody went. You can have. Do you know it's generations of motherfuckers? We got uncles that died. That's fucking generations of fucking mechanics that never went to school.
Experience is a part of education.
So now, once again,
once you learn a craft, that is
So now,
education.
and I
Me
said that.
teaching you
So
something
he don't.
is
he don't-
education.
Here it is. But the point
That is the definition of
I'm talking-
education.
So once again,
If
let's see
I'm
what it is.
self-taught and I teach you,
So
that's
yeah.
education.
So once again, still, you just said something too. You said somebody learned from somewhere who went to school. That's
I
not
said
true.
potentially.
So
I
you
said
said that.
potentially.
That's not what you said first.
It's-
What's
it's-
right in
it's
there
being
to you?
recorded. It's being recorded.
What she said that? Did she
I
say that?
said
No.
Potentially.
No, that's not what
I
she
said
said.
experience or education or
Once again,
both.
so once again, you didn't say that the first time. You changed your words.
She did.
You got it recorded, and you
It
trying
is
to
all
defend
recorded.
it.
Yeah, 'cause I'm listening.
No, and what's it right there? She said somebody went to school and they taught them.
Okay, darling.
What's sitting right next to you? The recorder is right on.
Yes. It's
Like I
recorded.
said, that shit does not make you a fucking
If
expert.
you
A paper doesn't make you an expert.
no, but being
No.
passed,
I'm
but
not
being
fighting.
passed down
We're
knowledge
not,
is
we're
an
not, we're not
education.
fighting that. We are telling you no. It's proof
You're still
that
talking
you got
about
the education.
But and here it is. But I said,
If
and
somebody
all I
teaches
said
you
was, but
anything, you
they
got
want to argue.
education.
They're arguing a
I
point
teach
I'm
how
not
to make
making.
mac and cheese. That's an education. I did
But
education.
they're
you how to
arguing
do
a point I'm
something.
not making. All I said was, if I did all the same courses, everything, did all the same course you did, learned all the same shit you did,
Right.
learned, did my
Education
all that. What's
makes
that
you
shit they call that? Cause clinicals or whatever the fuck it is.
Right.
If I did all that without paying this university, right?
Yeah.
Motherfucker, I'm a motherfucking doctor without
With
done.
no proof.
It don't matter.
Damn,
I'm a
that's
doctor.
the conversation.
Hold on.
It do
I'm a
matter.
doctor.
Hold
I'm a doctor.
You're a doctor.
You
I'm a
are.
doctor.
You're not
a
disagreeing
doctor.
with you.
That's my
You're
whole
a
point.
That's
That's
the
it.
problem. We're not disagreeing
You're a
with you.
doctor
it.
because of the education you just
Oh my
obtained.
God.
That's
The
right.
difference is it costs money to give an education that you obtained. Somebody is
Okay,
paying
so
something.
what? I don't care about that part.
That's the whole point.
Whoa.
So it can't be a
Oh,
ripoff.
wait. The
It
conversation.
can't be a ripoff
He's changing the
you want me to pay for it.
because I have to pay this fucking teacher, bitch.
So here it is. The whole point is,
Who's paying for it? Somebody's paying.
the point I'm making to you is,
It's
you
nothing
want to
is
pay him.
free.
wait,
Nothing
wait,
is
wait,
free.
wait,
You can get a scholarship and not pay.
wait,
You can get a scholarship and get the education and not pay.
Wait, I have a question.
It
I have a
still
question.
costs money.
I have a question.
Lots of free.
Why, if the teacher has to get paid, right? The lights gotta be on, the water gotta run in the bathroom, right? The building itself.
arguing
will
on
be
the
built.
points.
I'm at no.
said
You're not. You cutting me off.
No, I said I'm not arguing on the points though.
I'm not. I'm not
So
making
who
a
should
point.
pay for
Wait, baby,
Who
stop.
should pay for it?
I'm asking a question. I ain't get to the question mark yet because I'm not arguing. I'm asking a question. I ain't get the question out of my mouth yet, right? If these things are a thing, right? What? The teacher has to be paid, right? The electric has to be paid, right? The water bill, etc., etc. The building itself, right, has to be upkept, etc., etc., right? Why is it a ripoff, right? If all of these people have to get paid,
And you're benefiting.
So,
why is it a ripoff?
and
Just
I'm
answer
gonna
that question,
I'm gonna
please.
say this to you one more time.
Can I get a direct answer?
I'm
Tell
gonna-
me why it is a ripoff.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
If
this to you
these
one more time.
factors exist,
I'm not
please.
saying to you one more time that
you
here
did
it
say the
I'm
paper is a
saying-
ripoff. You said the paper is a
And I'm gonna
ripoff.
say
You're
this
benefiting.
one more
You're
time.
benefiting. You're getting something out of it.
Butch, I never once said that motherfuckers shouldn't be paid. Right? I never said that.
You're-
So
you're
basically,
spinning.
What I
You're
said-
spinning.
So
Did I ever
socialism.
say that?
You're spinning.
So
What I said was
socialism.
the paper
Socialism.
don't mean shit.
No,
Socialism.
bro, look, you keep spinning your
The
point.
paper-
Now the paper don't mean shit. We know that.
I said that from the
the
very
paper
beginning.
does mean
The
shit.
paper just said you paid. It's not a ripoff
Butch,
because you
here
got
it
the
is, Butch. I'm gonna say
education.
Butch.
No, you
I'm
changed
gonna hear
your
this.
point.
No,
It's on camera.
No, I
You
didn't.
said, oh, it's a ripoff, and now it's
It
on
is
paper's
the
point.
paper is a
Which
rip-
one is it?
College is a ripoff.
Why? You just said
Because of-
you
because
just
of,
stole
again,
something though.
the paper.
You wanted to steal it so bad
So once again,
that it's a rip.
so
but
once
it's a
again,
ripoff.
it's a
but you wanted
ripoff.
to steal it.
He thinks it should be free, right?
Socialism.
But it's a ripoff.
Socialism is
All I said,
cool.
Butch,
Can you answer my question directly?
I'm answering
Why
the
is it a
question.
ripoff if these people have to get paid
And you're
and you
benefiting.
are benefiting from it?
Again, I'm gonna say this to you. So since everybody in the back not listening, y'all talking.
No,
in the back
you're
of the
just not
class.
answering the question.
Hey,
You're
Butch, in the
spinning.
back of the class talking to the
You
to
are
the
avoiding
next to them,
the
not listening.
answer.
Yes,
I gave
you're
the
avoid-
answer.
No, you're
Butch,
avoiding
they can
answering the
get-
question.
They can get paid. I'm not saying nobody
So
get
wait,
paid.
No, that's not answering the question.
Stop.
That's
Who
not
should pay
answering the
for
question.
it? Who should
That's
pay
not
for
answering the
it?
question.
Who should pay
That's
for
not
it?
answering the question.
My point was
That's
Fuck
not
that.
answering
Who
the
should pay for
question.
it?
is college is
That's
a
not answering the
ripoff, and the
question.
reason why I said it's a ripoff
Oh my God.
Okay.
solely because
Cool, it's
you're
a ripoff.
paying for a piece of paper that if
Cool.
I got the
Oh my God.
It's a
education,
ripoff. Okay.
if I
Who
got
should
the
pay for it?
education, if I got the
Who should pay for
education,
it?
all the same education and all the same exact thing,
I have a
and went through the
question.
same stuff,
Uh-huh.
I'm a fucking doctor. You just didn't give me a piece of paper because I didn't pay for a piece of paper.
Okay. So how?
But
Okay.
if
Wait,
I was saying-
baby. Wait.
Go ahead.
Because Butch, I know you know a lot of
Wait.
mechanics. Butch, I know you know a lot of mechanics. I know you know a lot of carpenters. I know you know a lot of electricians. They never went to school, but them motherfuckers is experts.
Let her get it. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go.
If all of okay. So what you're saying is the education is not the ripoff, but you having to pay for it is the ripoff.
Yes.
But if niggas gotta get paid and buildings gotta get built and parking lot gotta get paid,
You're asking the same
who
question, not
should
just
pay?
us.
Who should pay? Who should pay?
What are you talking about?
Who
Who should pay for it?
Who should pay for what?
The shit that gotta get paid for.
For you to
The
get educated.
hold on, baby. The teachers, the parking lot, the building, the lights, the books, the laptops, the
Right.
carpets,
Right.
everything. Who should
Right.
pay for that?
Right. You.
Who's you?
You. Since you want to pay for it.
No. Now you're moving the goalpost.
No,
You
Who
wanna pay for it, pay
should?
for
No,
it.
you're saying it's a ripoff if I pay for it. So who should pay for
I'm
it?
saying this to you once again. Here
Can
it
you
is.
answer the
Answer
question
the
directly?
question.
Matt.
The government.
Bro, you stepped on my head.
The
I asked you
government should pay for it.
Socialism.
My fault, bro.
So you are for socialism.
I was so locked in with her.
Right, like they pay for public school.
Government should pay for it.
He like, yo, my hat.
Socialism.
Yeah,
I'ma clean it
bro.
up.
So,
I
but
got you covered, bro.
benefit from
This is good
capitalism,
content here.
And you believe in capitalism. You're a car salesman.
Two-
You're a barber.
Two things can be
You-
right at the same time.
Okay.
Can you actually answer the questions that are being asked?
It's
And-
cool.
and
No, he
put
said,
two
he said
things right at the
socialism.
same time.
He said socialism. That's fair. That's fair. College should be free, but the
Who-
education is not a ripoff.
But he still didn't answer the question.
I
Who
never-
should
The-
pay
let me
for
finish.
your
Let me
education?
finish. Let me
And I
finish.
just said the
Hold
government.
on.
Okay.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
But listen here.
Butch,
A
the
ripoff-
government should pay that shit
That's
for me.
fine,
I shouldn't have to pay
Salah.
it.
Okay.
All
That's
the tax gets
fine.
taken out your motherfucking check.
That's fine, Salah, right?
No.
The thing is, the definition of a ripoff is you giving something and getting nothing in return. That is the
You're not getting
definition.
your
Hold
money's worth.
on. That is the definition of a ripoff. You paying for some shit and there is no benefit to me. But you have just established that there is a benefit from education, even by saying that the government should pay. So if I pay for an education and I obtain that education, that is an exchange. That's not a ripoff.
Would you
Now,
say fair exchange in a
and
while?
here it is once again, Butch.
I'm
my
about
whole
to make
point
how much?
was
I'm about to make
my
more
whole
money in my
point
life than I paid for that education.
was the fact that the only point that I made was the piece of paper don't mean shit. That's how I started this whole
See,
conversation.
look, he keeps switching his point.
But what?
He keeps saying, "Oh, well, you keep
What?
bouncing
That's
back
not
and
my-
But
forth."
the paper
First
signifies
he
the
said, "Oh, it's frivolous."
education.
Now he said, "Oh,
You
it's
were
pointless."
sitting right here. The
But the
first thing I
paper
said
is a
was the
signifier.
paper is bullshit.
But what does the
It
paper
is
represent?
bullshit.
That's how
What
this
does the
opens
paper
up, yeah.
represent?
The whole thing opened up with me saying that the paper was bullshit.
And then
But
you
it
change your point to, it's a ripoff.
It is because you pay.
So which one? But make your point. What is your point,
My
though?
point was
You can't keep
Is it
changing your
not an
point when
exchange?
somebody's debate.
everything is
when
on
somebody-
camera, and Mo was sitting here listening the whole
When
time.
somebody
I can change my
responds to
point.
your point,
I'm
you
about
can't
to drop
change
this
the
episode
point.
in 10 minutes.
Yo,
You
But
heard?
if the paper is a signifier
Baby,
of the exchange,
You gotta just.
that is what the
you gotta
paper
walk
says.
away.
The paper says you paid for this and we gave you this. That is an even exchange. You know why?
Fair
Because
exchange,
how
no
much
problem.
I'm about to be in debt, I'm making that per year now. That is an exchange.
you're not gonna make that in the fucking year. Man. Most people in fucking debt. They went to school. They still in debt. They still
What's the
pay
average
off.
college debt?
You
Do you
what
know?
I'm saying? Too much. How about that?
It's not even over $100,000.
That's why
You have to.
This is why he just now made it where most of them can get their shits dropped because most motherfuckers that went to school still
You
struggling
just
to pay
talk
them
out your
off.
ass.
They still struggling. But
You
you
talk
saying
out
they
your
did, 'cause you
ass.
know.
You talk out
They
your ass.
just dropped-
Doctors be in debt $300,000, $400,000, but guess what? They're bringing in millions a year.
And they still-
Millions a
and-
year.
and-
Education
they still got
is
school
a
bills
composite.
on
It's an
credit report.
investment. It's not a rip-off.
And Butch, they still got a big ass bill in their credit report.
And guess what? I'm making that in 2 weeks.
And you
I'm
still
making
in,
that in a
and you
day.
still in debt. You
I'm
still
making
pay it
that-
off.
They're in debt, but they're making triple times of what they're in debt. They're
Okay.
bringing it in.
Okay, but here it is. You
It's
bring
an
it in.
investment.
It's
You
a lot.
have to make. You have to pay to make.
Even if you
That's with
bring it in,
everything.
you shouldn't be in debt then, right?
You have to pay money to make money. Everyone knows that.
Okay.
Hold on.
Arguing
Respond to what you
Everyone
just
knows
said,
that.
baby.
What?
What did you just say, bro?
You said
They shouldn't be in debt.
you said
Why shouldn't they be in
because
debt?
You don't tell me. I'm not the one that said they make triple the amount.
Oh my God.
Then they should pay their debt.
They pay it.
I know, baby.
They pay the debt. They pay the debt.
He just talk-
I ain't the one who made triple the amount. She just said they made triple
They
the amount.
pay their
Motherfuckers
debt.
Still in debt. Nigga.
They
You made
pay their
triple the
debt. And
amount.
if you work
Because
for a
you choose not to
nonprofit and doctors that work for a nonprofit, that shit gets erased. So it don't even matter. My student loans are getting
The
erased.
bottom line is this: at the end of the day, like I told you, y'all can argue
Look,
all
you
you
about to
want.
change his
The
point again.
paper-
Look, the bottom line is
The
this.
paper
It's good,
is a
Salah.
piece of shit because the paper don't
Okay.
represent nothing. The fact that I paid
Okay.
for some shit, just you want to
Okay.
say, cool. The bottom line is,
The
if I got the
paper
same,
signifies
because
the
the
body.
point,
You
the
both-
point I'm
it's a
making to you
receipt,
is, the
nigga.
point I'm making
It's
to
a
you is,
receipt.
Exactly.
It's a receipt.
Exactly what it is.
Come
he
on.
gonna agree with her. This is a woman. He gotta agree with her.
Nigga, I've been saying since the beginning was proof.
He can't go home and argue.
Wait.
He can't go home and argue. Butch, hey, Butch, he gotta go home. Hey, Butch, he gotta go home. They gotta go home. They gotta go home.
Don't
Hey,
leave.
Butch,
Don't leave.
they gotta
Don't
go
leave.
home, Butch.
Don't
Yeah.
leave.
Butch, they gotta go home, Butch. He got that agree. He gotta agree, nigga. Nigga, you gonna get a fucking doghouse, nigga. You better agree.
Okay, so hold on, wait. So Matt, you behind the camera. It's been recording me saying what all day that the degree is what? Proof, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's proof. So what is a receipt? Proof. Proof of purchase. That is what I've been saying this entire time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
College is a fucking ripoff. I don't fuck nobody say. It's a fucking ripoff. And here it is.
Bro,
And the reason why,
bro, you're not even making no sense.
the reason
That's the
why it's the
worst part.
biggest ripoff of anything, that shit shouldn't cost a fucking amount of money. That shit costs.
Oh my God.
That shit should cost a can of money. That shit cost. That
What
shit
should it
shouldn't be
cost?
costing.
What should it
the
cost?
same.
And both of y'all making a valid point though.
I see everybody point.
What should it
That
cost,
shit,
bro?
that shit shouldn't be that much
What
money.
should-
Everything costs money.
That shit don't cost. That shit
Everything.
shouldn't cost that
The
much.
air we breathe costs money.
What should it cost a lot?
Now here's this, Butch. I'm gonna ask you.
Should it be
answer the question.
affordable?
What should it
Yes.
cost?
Listen to me,
It should
Butch.
be affordable, but it's
This
gonna
shit-
cost you
this
some
shit-
bread.
Here it is, Butch.
Like-
Let's think about each student that most students don't have
My
no
bad.
much. Most students don't have a
He ain't got-
motherfucking scholarship. Most of them don't have a scholarship.
There's grants.
You know what I mean? And most people don't have grants. A lot
Most
of them they
people
may
do
have,
get grants
and
because
and
you have
here
to
it
be
is.
in poverty.
You can have some grants. Some people get grants, but it's not a full ride with the grants, right?
Oh, God,
So here it is. It's not a 100% grant. We all know this.
For
So now-
community colleges,
So
you
now,
do. For community
once again,
college it is.
how many students that you get in a course of a year for each semester? You add that shit up. I'm almost sure that the fucking universities make fucking 10 times more than what it costs to run that fucking place. Probably
Capitalism!
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 They don't want to.
Capitalism! That's capitalism!
She yells, makes her point better.
That's capitalism!
And but she did
That's
once again,
America!
So now, she want to yell and make
What
her
the
make a
hell?
point.
That's
It doesn't
everybody.
make-
That's
it
you.
doesn't make her
You
point
charge
more
more for
valid.
haircuts
So
than it
now-
costs to give
so
them.
now-
That's capitalism.
What? You don't
That's
know nothing about
capitalism.
Barbara. You don't know shit about
You,
Barbara.
everyone in America, everyone in America, everyone in America, 25, 30, 40, 40?
Based on what?
Maybe some people charge
No.
100
Based on what?
based on average.
Who said it was the average? Who told you that was the average?
There is an average.
No, who told you it was the average?
Because I've
Where
seen
you
niggas
get
pay for haircuts.
So now, time out. So how many barbershops have you been to? Or
Fuck you, I have a son.
all right, now great. Do you know how many barbershops is in a fucking country?
A
Stop talking about,
lot.
all right, so stop talking about something you don't know about.
So
If
what's
you're
the
talking
average?
about
So what's the
stuff.
average
So
haircut?
now,
What's how much average haircut cost, Salah?
listen to me.
How much? How much?
Listen to me. Here's the thing.
Baby,
You're talking
how
about
much?
something. You're not talking about something. You're talking about
Exactly.
something you have no understanding.
Exactly.
You
How
have
much
no
the
idea.
average
You
cut
have
costs?
no idea.
You supposed to be killing
at
him
all.
right now.
And she can't.
Because you don't know nothing about college. You
jumping into a realm you have no idea about.
you
I'm
supposed to
Stop
smoke him
jumping.
and say, nigga, you
It
don't know
doesn't
nothing about
matter.
college.
No, it's America. Everyone charges more than what it costs to make shit.
How do
That's
you
why
know
we
this?
go to college. That's why we export to
How
China.
you
So
know?
that because it
How
takes
do you
20
know?
cents to make a t-shirt. But
How?
guess what? I'm charging you
Here it is.
$50.
But you don't know nothing about
That's
barbering.
capital-
You don't know nothing
I know
about
America.
You
I know
know
America.
about- you
I know
know about
America.
barbering.
I know America.
You-
I know how
what
America
it is
works.
is
It's a
you
business,
think you
and
know
it's
everything you don't.
it's
So stop saying something that you don't
capitalism.
know.
Nobody is charging less for what it costs to make the
How you
shirt.
see-
Nobody's charging
I'm gonna
even.
talk about
You're
t-shirts no
charging
more.
more.
All right, don't
That's
talk about, okay,
regular.
we can talk about t-shirts. Don't talk about barbering. Because you don't know nothing about barbering.
Do not,
No.
baby, do not.
This bottle of fucking water
So what?
costs
Yo,
That's not
$10.
barbering.
Yo,
Baby,
not
let me take over. Let me take over. Just
That's
let me take
not
over.
barbering.
No, it's no because
That's
it's
not
a
a barbering.
blanket. It's a blanket. It covers everything
It's
in
not a
America.
barbering. No, it don't.
It
No,
does.
it don't. No, it
We
don't.
live in a capitalistic
No, it don't.
country.
No, it don't. You don't know nothing about barbering, so stop
Yeah.
talking about
I
barbering.
know
You
America.
don't know barbering.
Okay, so what?
It doesn't matter. I don't have to know how America works.
Let me
You
take
don't know
over.
barbering.
Let me take
Oh
over.
my
Just
God.
stop.
She don't have to know anything about
I don't have to know
Let
shit.
me take over. Let me take
You
over.
don't know nothing
She
about
don't have to know nothing about barbering, right? She knows about business. Point blank,
She don't
period.
know shit.
Okay, but here's what I'm saying, right?
She don't know
If
shit.
wait.
Yo,
If the
she don't
You don't know
wait,
shit. You don't even
if
know
it
the
comes-
definition of a practice.
Yo.
Come on,
Oh
now.
shit.
You don't even know what practice means. You don't know that there's more than one
I've been-
definition of
I've
that
been-
word.
no,
That's why you made that
What-
dumbass
what-
example
no, what-
of,
no,
oh,
what
a
it
medical
is.
practice. They're practicing.
No, what
That's
it is.
not what it means.
No, what it is that
You sound crazy.
they made you believe that bullshit. And you,
There's
and you
three
were-
definitions,
Just like,
Salah.
just like, just like,
You don't know them,
just
though.
like
It's
it's-
okay to not know shit.
Listen,
It's
here's the
okay.
thing. They made you
You
believe
used
that.
it wrong and you looked crazy.
They made you believe that shit. That's the thing.
It's
They made
okay.
you believe that.
Believe what?
English is the most.
Believe
That's
what?
what education teaches
English
you.
is the most
That there's
plain-
three definitions
Hey,
of
Bush,
practice. So you don't look like
English
an
is the
ass
most
when you
plain
use
on
one.
language there is.
But you look like an ass when you use the wrong one. To make an
There.
example.
How many ways do you use there?
Oh my God, Salah. That is a dumbass example
I'm
again.
just telling you once again.
Those are
it's too
three. Those are
many- it's too
different
many-
spellings.
It's too many. It's like I
You
said. It's too
sound
many things.
crazy.
Peace.
Practice and
Peace.
practice and practice. It's the
Right?
same
So
word.
yeah, like I said, again, you can play on words all day long.
It's like
And
It's not a play. You use the wrong one. It's
I'm
not a
telling
play.
you
You don't know the
It's medical
definition.
practice. Them niggas is practicing all day long. That's why so many motherfucking lawsuits.
Once again, the
Hey,
wrong
look,
word.
that's why so many medical malpractice lawsuits. Because they practice it.
Hey, so like, I want to know what's the three differences in practice, though.
Google them.
The definition?
Google them. They're right here.
It's a play on words, Butch.
Oh shit. Big bro.
This way you need education,
I got
kids.
it. It's
There,
a,
right?
Stand
It's
the
a
camera.
there.
it's a minute and 30
Stay in
seconds left.
school,
Get your
y'all.
points.
Listen, when you
Stay
say
in
there,
school.
The point
So you
is-
don't
the
look
spelling.
like an ass.
nigga.
The point is when you got a motherfucker who think they know everything,
Stay in school, y'all.
you gotta go ahead on and correct them
That's
so
what
they
they do
realize
smart
that they
people,
don't
baby.
know shit.
Huh?
That's what they do.
You know what I
smart
mean? Motherfuckers think they
That's
smart.
what they do
See,
to
what
smart
happens is,
people.
when motherfuckers go to college, they think they're smarter than everybody. You don't know shit. You don't know nothing.
You
What's
don't
your
even know
point?
what practice
Now,
means.
now let her get her point.
You
Go,
know
drop your
absolutely
point.
nothing.
Stay in school so you don't use the wrong
School
words
is
in the wrong
bullshit.
way.
School don't mean shit.
That's your point?
That's my
School
point.
don't mean
Moving on.
shit.
Here.
Stay in school, y'all.
School don't mean nothing.
45 seconds left. Go.
School don't mean shit. That's the bottom line. Learn a trade. School ain't gonna get you nowhere.
This nigga's a
You
good
gonna be,
talker,
you
right?
gonna be a fucking, you gonna
Because
be a
he
fucking
made a
slave.
point, and when his
You made it, you gonna be a
when his
fucking
point
slave.
was refuted, he then changed
Never
his point. He
refuted.
said, "Oh well, this is
No,
my
it
point."
didn't. No, it
right?
didn't. I
Then
got
that
all
one was
video.
refuted. Then he went back.
I never
Right?
changed
And all of his
I
points
got
were
witnesses
refuted.
and I got
He
30 seconds left.
Use.
30 seconds left. Get your points out.
Peace.
Nothing.
That's
Nothing
Salam
was changed.
alaikum.
Nothing
To
was
carry
changed.
out or perform.
Nothing was changed.
What was that
There's
definition?
3. The first one, a noun, right? The actual application or use of an idea, belief, or method as opposed to theories relating to it.
Okay.
Number 2, this is the one he was talking about. Perform or exercise a skill repeatedly in order to improve or maintain one's proficiency.
Okay.
That's what he was talking about. To carry out or perform a method or habitually or regularly.
Ooh.
3 definitions.
Bullshit, and bullshit, all the same. It's all practice. At the end of the day, the motherfuckers practicing. This is why so many fucking medical malpractices, because they're practicing. These motherfuckers practicing on you. Every fucking time they cut your ass over, they practicing. This is why when you go in there, you gotta check them motherfuckers. Yo, let me see how many stars this motherfucking doctor got. Let me see what they talk about this nigga.
Let me see
Oh,
how many degrees
this nigga done fucked up. This nigga got all his degrees and done fucked up. This nigga got 25 from the open
I just
cases.
want to know why his hair on.
Practice.
25 seconds left.
Practice. These motherfuckers is practicing, forever practicing. Doctors are forever fucking practicing. Believe that shit. Fucking practicing. And like I said, don't think that piece of paper mean that you know more than another motherfucker, because it don't. It just means it means that you paid for something. It don't mean you know more.
In a certain area.
That's the truth. No.